Hi everyone, my name's Kristin. I'm a contributor over at Film Fest Report, and welcome to today's video. I'm happy to share our exclusive interview with filmmakers and siblings Lauris and Raitis Abele. Together, they directed the animated horror film Dog of God, which had its world premiere at the TRIBECA Film Festival. And this was a bold and edgy animated film that I got to see, and I'm so happy I got to connect with Lauris and Raitis to speak more about the film. But before we jump into the interview, let me give you all a brief synopsis of the film. Rotoscoped animation depicts a 17th century witch trial in Livonia that uncovers a werewolf within a devout community. Now that you got a brief synopsis of the film, let's jump on over to our interview. Congratulations on all the hard work on the film. I watched it. It was disturbing, yet so unique, and I loved it at the same time. So I
That
have to
that was the
ask,
idea.
yeah, and you succeeded. So why did you want to tell this story?
Um, why not? So the whole idea was when we did the animation, like why not? Not why do it, but why not? But basically, it's a unique story because it's based um, on a real transcript of werewolf trials that happened in 17th century in Livonia, that's Latvia and Estonia. It's 65 events took place about 65 kilometers from our house, from our where we
Oh,
live, from capital city. So it was quite unique, and when we read some books about it, that those who are into werewolves know about these werewolf stories. Those who are like really like passionate about werewolves. So we thought it's a cool and weird story that tells something about our folklore, about our culture, maybe, but also it's quite universal.
mm-hmm. So what is your collaboration process like, and how long did it take to put this film together?
Uh, uh, Altogether with a script. The writer Ivo Briedz, who wrote the script, he wrote it like 10 years ago,
Oh my
but
gosh.
he didn't know what to do with it, so he just
Yeah.
put it in shelf. And then when he saw our previous films, he saw like, okay, these are guys I could trust my script, and those two guys could pull it off. So he approached us with a ready to go script, but that was for a narrative film.
Mm-hmm.
So at one moment when we decided to go to animation, then together with the animator, we changed some things, added some things, cut out some things in order to reduce the dialogue and make it more visual.
Mm-hmm. So it's also a horror film at the center of it. So I have to ask, since I am a horror fan, what are your favorite horror movies?
Particularly one my most favorite horror movie, and I would say one of my favorite movies is First Aliens by Ridley Scott.
Oh, that's such a
Uh,
classic.
yeah, I went as a kid to the cinema, and my mother didn't allow me to see horror movies, but my friend said it's about a dinosaur in space. And as a kid, I loved space and I loved dinosaurs. And I told my mom, and she said, it's a late seance. Where you going about a dinosaur in space? So I went alone there. I was sitting and watching this intro of Alien, and it kind of makes you uneasy, but I'm still waiting for this dinosaur in space. And then I particularly remember the scene when the chest burster, they're eating spaghetti with bolognese, and the
Yes.
chest burster rips out of one of the characters' chest. And I said to myself, Lauris, Mama didn't allow to watch those things. But I watched, and I was full on intention till the end. And I had to remind myself that this is only cinema. So the power of horror movies, when you have to remind yourself this is only cinema, it's a good trip for me. And I
Yeah.
have rewatched that movie several times, and it doesn't age. It's so
No, it
good, it
doesn't.
doesn't age. And
What
for
about you?
me, I would say it's actually Twin Peaks by David Lynch. Because
Oh,
when I
yes.
first watched it, I was small, I don't know.
some 6 or 7 years old, and my father was watching with Lauris' oldest brother, and they're watching Twin Peaks, and suddenly in empty room, white horse appears, and
Yes.
I feel shivers, and I'm like, I need to go to toilet, and and as a little kid, I just wanted to escape for a bit
Out of
of
this world.
out of this world, well, where white
Yeah.
horse can appear any moment.
Yeah, of course. And I could see both of those influences play into the film. So it's nice to see that acknowledgement. So I also have to ask, what was it like going back to the story of A Dog of God? What was it like bringing these characters to life? I know that like you mentioned, this was a 10-year-old script, but what was it like bringing these characters to the screen?
It was, we come from art house film world, and we enjoy working with actors, and rotoscope animation allows, we say it's animation, but it's real with real actors. So all
Hmm.
the sounds recorded on set, and it was like literally you see something already coming alive or shot on a blue screen, and
Hmm.
then when it gets rotoscope and the background comes, it's super interesting process how you can, it's big artistic freedom regarding where we want to go. Do we want to go to hell? Do we want to be in church? So it was quite a journey, and it's a big, big, super big part. Most of the visual stuff is Harry's Grunman's. Like
Hmm.
it's his vision, how he envisioned it, and he's our friend, and it's like a blessing to work with a guy when we talk about something and he shows some sketches and we say, yeah, that's it. So there
That
was
we can be on the same page, like super.
how it will look, how it will come alive. We had no, I
We
mean,
had disputes, but not in a bad way,
yeah.
just like
Hmm.
disputes. And
Yeah.
also, what we did with a casting, we did initial casting of actors, and then we shortlisted the ones, and then we draw them. We're drawing them.
Right.
And then rotoscoping in order to see how they look animated. And that was very interesting that some of the actors that looked great just on a photograph or on a video were not so attractive or so interesting with animation, and
Yeah.
vice versa. Like the casting had two parts. The first
Yeah.
casting is initial actors, and then it's just casting of animated characters.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you need certain types of. We even for our main character we put ears like this with some tape behind the ears, so you get more something that the line can be attached, and if the face is like super neutral, so it's really hard to animate it. So
Yeah.
that was also a specific.
I'm yeah, I'm sure there were definitely a lot of challenge to making this, but the great thing is you're able to show this film to a wide audience. So what does it mean to have the world's premiere of your film at the Tribeca Film Festival? Since we are Film Fest Report, I have to ask this question because I just love seeing so unique films and bold and edgy films like this. So what does it mean to have your film premiere at Tribeca?
First of all, we want to say we're grateful for TRIBECA that they choose us, and it's an honor to show our to have world premiere here in Tribeca. So that's one thing.
Matt Baron and Jonathan Penner, the programmers who selected, we are like, yeah, big shout out to them. And actually, it's the feelings like the plan worked, uh, turned to 11. Uh, like it's even more than we expected because when we were doing it and talking with fellow producers uh, about the plan for this film and how it might reach audience, the plan was let's go for genre film festivals. So this is a
Mhm.
genre movie. So that's a kind of not we. Anyways, we will be super happy just to go that way. But when Tribeca picked us up, it's like lifting it even more up, and it will reach some new audience that would never go even to genre film festivals as probably something.
Yeah, we don't know,
Yeah.
but it's like yeah, it adds a lot to the whole process.
And also because of Tribeca, Dog of God was just chosen for Riga International Film Festival as an opening film. And
Oh,
it will be as a,
congratulations. That's fabulous.
yes, and it will it's like big event back home, and it will be Minister of Culture there, and there will be very important people who otherwise would maybe not see Dog of God, but now
Yeah.
they will have to see.
Yeah, they'll have
And
to see it.
yeah.
That's going to conclude the interview. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Film Fest Report YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us by following us on social media and visiting us at filmfestreport.com. We'll see you all next time. Bye.